Lovelies. It is Wednesday. I haven't really done anything with myself, so God, I look a bit shocking, but hey ho. I am going away, if you don't already know. I'm going away on Saturday morning. Not coming back for over a week. So I've just thought, God, I've got loads of old rubbish in my fridge. I need to sort of sort some meals out and stuff. So I'm going to try and make some different bits and pieces with what I've got in the fridge, so it doesn't go to waste, and that I can freeze it and take it with us, or I can freeze it and leave it in the freezer for when we come back. So I've got all this array of stuff on the side. I've got garlic, tomatoes, mince that needs using up, a butternut squash, an onion, a savoy cabbage, a courgette, a swede, a rubber band, some onions, some sweet potatoes, some garlic puree, some stick mince, mushrooms, some spring onions that have seen better days, some carrots, some more tomatoes, a pepper, and some more carrots. So, just had a thought actually. I think I might make a soup as part of it. And when I was a kid, I haven't eaten tomato soup since I was a kid. When I was a kid, I was sick on tomato soup and it all came down my nose. Oh, it was horrible. And it put me off for the rest of my life, pretty much. So, I'm going to make a tomato and sweet pepper soup, I think. So to start with, I'm gonna start blistering. I've never done this before. Not on gas. Blistering a pepper. So yeah, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna get out my kettle. Soup kettle, which is down here. Voila. And in that, take out the gubbins. Basically, make a bit of room. I'm going to try and make it a little bit interesting with what I've got. So let's get a knife. I must keep my eye on this. Oh, so the end's going. Stick it on there. These are plastic, so that's probably not a good idea, is it? I need my metal ones, I think. I'll just save it in the dishwasher. Anyway, so I've got some tomatoes, so I'm just going to cut those in half. Like so. What have I got? I'll put a couple more in. So it's about 6 tomatoes. Yeah. And then these spring onions, which have seen better days, as you can see, they're a bit rawpy. So I shall chop them up, the ones that aren't so ropey, and I will pop those in with my tomatoes, and then I shall add some garlic, and I'll use the fresh garlic, I think, rather than the stuff in the tube, because it's not that strong. So let me get rid of this. Give this a bit of a turn. Whoop-a-day. He's coming on. slowly. A bit stinky. Right, I'll come back to you in a minute. So there's my garlic. I've got 4 cloves of garlic. That's gone in as well. And then I'm going to give it some season. So I've got some of this Himalayan salt, which is like pink crystals. So pretty, really cute. And I'm going to get my spices down. And I'm going to put some mint in there. Yeah, that's still okay, good to go. Nice big. Thing of mint gone in there. And then I've got a vegetable stock cube. So I'm going to shove that in. There we go. I'm going to top it with water. There we are. And I've just done it to the first line, which is 1,300 ml. Then, what else was I going to pop in there? Oh, potato. Just to thicken it, I just need to put a potato in there. So I'm just going to literally chop up 1 potato, put that in, and I don't know where the salt's gone. You can't find anything, can you? Oh, pepper, that's what I meant. Oh, that's gone a bit. There we go. There we go. Then all I've got to do is put my lid on and activate my soup kettle. And in 20 minutes we will have tomato, homemade soup, rather than a load of tomatoes gone off in my fridge. So I want to stick it on smooth and select 21 minutes. So I'll leave that and let that get going. Bugger. Oh well. I completely forgot about my bloody pepper. Oh my god. Oh, you have to be patient with me. Oh dear. It's Christmas, there's a lot going on. Right. Before you put it on, get your pepper that you've been scalding. And, yeah. And all I'm going to do, you can put this in a bag and do it in a bag, or you can scrape it. It does make a bit more of a mess if you scrape it, but that's me. That's how I roll. So give it a bit of a scrape. Scrape off all that burnt bit. And what you've got is all the nice flavouring. You can keep some of that because it is tasty. I bet you're all screaming at the video going, Peppa Pig, Peppa. God. Right. So scrape off all your, be careful though because it is hot. Your pepper. Like so. And that just makes that pepper really sweet. And then I'm just going to literally cut it. And then pop that in with the rest of our stuff. Then I'm going to put it on for 21 minutes. And then we should have a nice tomato and sweet red pepper soup with a hint of garlic. So, there we go. It's on. I'm going to clear up. Right, the next thing I'm going to make is a chili con carne, and I'm going to do it in the slow cooker. So, I've got my slow cooker on. I've just added my mince. Just going to give that a bit of a bash. Mix it up a little bit. And then to that, I'm going to add this courgette. So that gets that used up. So putting that in, that's my courgette gone in. Then I'm going to add some onion to that. So I'm going to chop up an onion, and I'm going to put a couple of cloves of garlic in there. Right, so I've diced up my carrot. So that's going in there. That was those 2 old ropey carrots. So I did peel those carrots so that I got the best of them. I got quite a lot of garlic, which I have skinned, and I'm just going to press into here. I think chilli ought to be quite garlicky, in my opinion. I like it quite garlicky. So I've got about 6 cloves of garlic. But it's not the strongest of garlic, so it's probably the equivalent of about 3 going in there. And the last one. Don't ever put this in your bin. Makes your bin stink. Oh, your bin has stink of garlic for a week. It's horrible. You're better off getting yourself either a little sandwich bag or a bit of foil. And then pick it all up in the foil and then throw it away. Because otherwise, honestly, your kitchen will stink of garlic for ages. And as much as I love garlic, I don't want visitors smelling it when they come to see us. So that's that. Straight in the bin. Brilliant. So that's that. Then I'm going to put... Oh, I like to shout a bit. The soup kettle's on the go. Right, so a few tomatoes left. So let's chop some of these up. Get those in. There we go, there's one. And I think I'll probably just do 2 tomatoes. Don't want it too tomatoey, if you know what I mean. Another one. And that one. So we're doing alright so far. Store cupboard, what have I got? Let's wipe my fingers. So, let's have a little looky. Bit of Himalayan salt. That can go in. What else we got? Got some kidney beans. They definitely go in. And got some baked beans. They can definitely go in. We always put baked beans in our pan in and I'll come back. Right, so a tin of beans have gone in, baked beans, and a tin of kidney beans have gone in, all glistening on top there. They're little jewels. And I've got some mushrooms which I've sliced up. They're going in. There we go. And then I'm going to add a little bit of water. Not a lot. About that much. And I've got a little bit of Liam Perrin, a little bit of that going in, and I've got some Scotch bonnet pepper going in. And to that I'm also going to add some stir. There's a lot of food in there. Right, so I've got some paprika, so a good old splosh of that. I think that's empty. That's that gone. And some crushed chilies. Whoop, guys. Give it another stir. Now you can go as far as that and leave it at that if you want to. Put the lid on and cook it. And then you can add potato wedges, Slimming World chips, rice, whatever you want to go with it. Me, I'm just going to stick a cinnamon stick in there. God. Get it out. There we go, just for added flavour, and then that'll come out when it's cooked. And I'm just going to add a little bit more water. That's it. Now you have to sin this, but I'm going to put this in as my rice, and I'm going to do it like a one pot. And this is a spicy Mexican rice that I had in the cupboard. So 157 calories is 100 grams. There's 250 grams in there. So half of this, I would say, is this is going to be about 170 calories. So that's probably, I don't know, top of my head, that's going to be about 8 sins! Bloody thing! So I'm giving it a good stir in. Now bearing in mind, this is going to be at least four servings. So those sins you can half again, can't you? So if you're doing it for 4 people, God, sorry, if you're doing it for 4 people, I would say sin wise that's going to be, say 4 sins, and that'll cover you. Lid on. I got it on high. Oh dear. tidy up. Got to regroup. Right, with my beef, I'm going to open up my beef. And I'm going to marinate that until this evening. And then what I'm going to do is pop that in here when this is finished, and I'm going to make a nice beef stew that's been marinated in red wine. This is just a little miniature. There you go. A little bit left in the bowl for the chef. And I'm going to put a cinnamon stick in here as well, in with the red wine. And I've got a couple of bay leaves. I'm going to stick them in. And obviously they'll come out, the bay leaves and the cinnamon stick. That's just while it's all marinating in the red wine. So there we go, so that's that. Just going to pop some foil on the top of that as a lid. And then that'll go in the fridge for at least 4 hours. And that will be lovely and tender. So that's that done. What will go with that will be carrots, mushrooms, onion, and I might put some of this butternut squash and do like a casserole. So you've got your beef in red wine, butternut squash, carrots, mushrooms and onion, and then what I will do is like a nice Savoy cabbage to go with that, and some sweet potatoes. So the sweet potatoes I'm going to do, never done these before, don't know if it'll work, but this lot need using up. So, I'm going to get a tray. I'm going to put my oven on 200. Then what I'm going to try and do is like twice baked potatoes. So, God, what a mess. Literally, tidy up. No. Organised chaos, I think it's called. Right, let's have a bit of a tidy up. There we go. Right, so managed, as you can see, to get rid of, oh, and I've got swede as well, so that can go in with the stew. But I've managed to get rid of some of the stuff that was there, which I'm pleased about. So some of these are a bit ropey, so just going to cut off any ropey bits. Get rid of that. And then what I'm going to try and do, how'd you do it? No, you bake it, don't you? That's right. So I'm going to just pop these on a tray, and then I'm going to bake them in the oven. bit of a massage in the oil. So I'm going to bake those. Then what I'm going to do is cut them in half, scoop out the insides, and then I'm going to add some low-fat cream cheese and some onion and a little bit of cheese, and then I will scoop it back in and then bake them again, and they will sit alongside the chilli. That's the plan. So let's just wipe my hands. Just going to put a little bit of, I just like playing with this, a little bit of seasoning on those skins. There we go, and I'm going to slam those in the oven for about 35 to 40 minutes. Oh, going to try my soup. Soupy soup. So soup's finished. So let's get a bowl. Oh, there we go. And give it a try. Ooh. Looking good. So there's our tomato soup, and it's a nice smooth soup. So let's try it. Oh. That's nice. That's tomatoey. It's got a little bit of pepper. I can taste the pepper. Doesn't need any more seasoning. And I can taste the garlic, but it's not overly garlic. Really fresh. Really nice. Doesn't remind me of sick. Thank God. Very nice. Yes. Nice bowl of tomato, homemade tomato soup. Lovely. Really tasty. So Jess can have that for work tomorrow, and I will put the rest of it in the freezer so that we can have it when we come back. And I might even take some of that actually, because that would be a nice little starter for Christmas Day. I've got some little meat terrines, but my son is a bit of a fussy monkey, but he might like that, so I might take some soup. We can have that as well, maybe boxing for lunch, or Boxing Day, we can have some nice tomato soup. So yeah, bit of a thumbs up, pleased with that. So, I'm going to decant my soup into a receptacle. Honestly, I hate all this blimmin' stuff, Tupperware stuff, does my head in. Drives me nuts. Right, so if I put that in there, sorry, I'll be with you in a minute. Oh, I'm going to give myself a little bit more because I'm going to have that for lunch, because that is really nice. This one is for Jason. So that's for his lunch tomorrow, and then this one, that's to take with us to Mum's to have over Christmas. So all in all, a few old blooming tomatoes, well, they're not put the lid on, let them cool down, have turned into 3 big bowls of yummy soup. Otherwise, I know what I'm like, I'd have chucked those tomatoes out. We'd have been going away and I said, oh, just chuck them in the bin. And I would have, I'd have chucked them in the blooming bin. Very nice. So that's that sorted. Now what I'm going to do is wash out my soup kettle. Anybody who likes soup and hasn't got a soup kettle, you need to get one. They are amazing. They are so good. I mean, you get such a lot for your money. It chops it, it cooks it, it blends it. It saves you such a lot of time and effort, I think. It's well worth it. Right, so what have I got left? I have got, I'm going to use that cabbage. That's for tomorrow. I'm going to use that. So that can go back in the fridge. That's going to go sit alongside the stew. So that will get eaten. I'm going to put that in the stew, and a couple of carrots will go in the stew. Just take those out. So that's for the stew. That. Some mushrooms, but I won't cook all those mushrooms in the stew, just some of them. Right, so I'm left with a bag of onions, some carrots. I'm going to put some of that in the stew along with the swede, or I might bake that on the side, so that we've got, what day is it today? Wednesday. So having chilli tonight. Then we've got Thursday stew. So I might do this Friday. We could have a baked butternut squash. And I might do like a pasta on the side. Like a carbonara pasta with a baked butternut squash. That sounds good. I've got a bit of bacon in the freezer. So I could do like a lardon bacon. So I could do that with the carbonara. Right, so that's that. A few tomatoes. Well, Jason can take those for work tomorrow. A couple of garlics, they'll stay. Not worried about garlics being in the fridge. And a bag of onions. So, I'm going to do some carrot. Get the rest of these carrots out. Half of these mushrooms will go in the stew, and the other half will go as a stuffing within the carbonara. I mean, so that will go in the carbonara as well as the stew. That is for the stew. So let's put that away. Put it all in the one drawer, then I know that that's all for the stew. Right, now I'm just going to top and tail these carrots, and then I'm going to pop them into my kettle, soup kettle, and I'll come back to you. Right, so I've got my carrots, chopped up all my carrots, and I've got them all in there, in my soup kettle. And I've got an onion which I've chopped up, that's going in there as well. And I have decided to put the tomato in as well, the 2 tomatoes, so they're going in as well. And I'm going to add a vegetable stock cube. I make a note to myself that I need to buy some more because this is the last one. When you've got a soup kettle, you do go through quite a lot of vegetable stock cubes. So that's going in. And then I've got some coriander, dried, and I'm going to put in two teaspoons of that, a little bit of Himalayan salt, a bit of pepper, and top up with water. lid. Put the lid on. Wiggle it in. And it's so simple. Here we go again. So switch it on. I want it as smooth again, so select. Hang on. Oh, there. Oh, plug's not in. So select mode, smooth, and there we go. And I will come back to you when it is done, and we'll have a little taste test. So as you can see, all I've got left is a bag of onions and 2 bulbs garlic. So I'm pretty clever. I'm a pretty clever girl. I'm happy with that. So there we go. I'll see you back in a minute. So my carrot and coriander soup is now ready, and I've just put that into some freezable bowls, and I've just put a little bit of yoghurt on top of this one because we're going to have that tonight as a little starter. So I'm just going to stir that in, still a bit hot, just to make it a little bit creamy. So that's just natural yoghurt I've put in there and stirred it round and made it all lovely and creamy. And I'll give it a taste. It is really blooming hot, but I will try and give it a taste for you. Oh, that's nice. Lovely and carroty, and the coriander's coming through. I would say a little bit more pepper. God, you've got to be so careful of these things. I thought, there, that's really coming off then. Look, I'd have had a whole pot of blooming pepper in there. Bloody rubbish. So be careful. A little bit more seasoning it needs. But apart from that, very nice. Really cheap, obviously. And really quick to make. And yet, there we go. Another 3 lots of soup to add to the other soup that I've got over there. My potatoes have also come out. I'm just going to move the soups along. Just waiting now for that all to cool down, and then that will all go in the freezer later. So that's that. So the potatoes are here. I have got to go out now, so what I'm going to do is leave you here. And then when I come back, hopefully my camera won't have gone dead on me. I have got it charged in, so I'm hoping that it will be okay. And I will finish these off when I get back. So I love you and leave you. See you later. Oh, we've got a few more minutes left. So while I've got a bit of time, I'm just going to make a little start on these potatoes. So they've come out the oven, they're now cool. So I need my glasses. I can't see a thing. Have my glasses on. Oh, hello, that's better. Right, so what I'm going to do is carefully, although it's difficult for me, slice my potato. Oh, I don't think this is going to work. Potato is so darn soft. And what I want to do is try and scoop out, leaving the flesh, but the skin is really thin, so it's quite fiddly to do. So you've got to try and get that potato back in that skin. Quite frankly, you ain't going to do that. So, note to oneself, if you're doing twice baked potatoes, don't do them in sweet potatoes because it doesn't work. They are too soft, it's not going to work. The skin is not like a normal standard potato. So, I think what I'm going to do instead, because because this is going with chilli. I think what I'll do is cut these in half, and again. Wow. And I'm going to reheat them when we're ready for them and have them almost just like thick sweet potato wedges. There's a lot here. I reckon you could probably freeze these at this stage. And then, you know, do the other stage when you've got them out the freezer. I don't know, they might go a bit watery in the freezer. That's the only thing I would say. I don't know. So, a bit of a fail, but not complete fail, because I've still got, you know, something. So, I think what I will do is just give them a little bit of a season. And then I will finish them off tonight. God, this is completely knackered. Oh. And then what I'll do is give them a spritz, quick spritz, and a little bit of grated cheese on top. And just your cheese allowance, and I will pop those back in the oven later on, and we'll have those with our chili con carne. So yeah, so it's not a complete fail, but a bit disappointing, but you know, that's trial and error, isn't it? So you know what it's like. So I hope you've enjoyed this tutorial. My chili is cooking in there nicely. I will let you have a little quick look. Just take the lid off. Give it a stir. I know you shouldn't really do this, but there you go, that's all cooking nicely. It's still got a long way to go, but it is only 1 o'clock. We won't be eating that until 7 o'clock tonight. So by then, it'll be pretty darn tasty. So I'm off, I'm off out now, and I will catch you again later. If you enjoyed this video, give us a thumbs up. I know it is 43 minutes long. It is a rather long one, so you know, sorry about that, but I hope you enjoyed it. Maybe you've watched it in 2 parts, I don't know. You might be sick of the sight of me or sick of hearing of me. But anyway, see you soon, and it's nearly Christmas. Stay sane.